All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and today we're talking about, well, trying to get the most money when looking for a job. Now, I had an email from one of my viewers asking, he's moving and asking about what kind of money he should ask for. The problem for me as, a guy in Atlanta proper, I don't know local markets. That's a problem for me because what I get paid in this market is different than other markets. And going from one city to another city can vary considerably on what you can make and your flat rate fee. So it's a hard question for me to answer across the board. How do you figure out what the market will bear for your skill level? Well, first off, you need to understand what your skill level is. What are you currently making? What kind of jobs do you do? Understand that you may think you're a high B tech and somebody else might think you're a low B tech or a C tech, or you might think you're an A tech and you're a B tech. If you're moving cities, like the viewer that messaged me, talk to your current shop. Find out what they consider your skill level to be. They consider you a B tech? Do you consider a low B tech? Where do they put you as far as your abilities? That's the first thing. You need to figure out where you are. Money is a lot more difficult. You have to understand the local market. I use Atlanta a lot when it comes to money because what you can make in just Atlanta itself varies considerably. Me and Craig both live in the same area, and Craig worked in the same area we both live in. And what you make out there compared to what you can make in Buckhead, where the shop is very different. Out there, I am well past what they are willing to pay. Believe me, I know. And that is something you have to consider, is the area you're looking at a shop. Now, he's talking dealerships. That changes the game a considerable amount. When you're talking independent shops, most will be fairly competitive with each other because they want good talent. Dealerships are a little different. There's really good dealerships that will pay really good money, and then there's other dealerships that will pay, well, pennies because they're a dealership and they can. So understand that it's something that is really hard for me to tell somebody because it's hard for me to say, because you go to this dealership, it might be this much money. You go across the street to this dealership, it might be something completely different. The best advice I can give is find any ad out there for that specific area and look at the pay range they're paying. If the shop's looking for a tech and they're paying XYZ, well, that's kind of the top end of it, and you're, might be down from that or it might be that. But look at comps. See what shops are offering. That's going to be the best way to determine what your pay scale will be in that area. Because unfortunately, that's the thing, is pay will vary considerably based on area. It just does. At this shop, probably pay way more than a shop where I live, which is why I drive here. Shops in this area will pay similar to what we pay here, whereas if I go shops to where I live, they'll pay less. I know they do because I've applied and gotten offers that I shook their hands and walked away from because they weren't enough. And that's something you are going to have to figure out. What pay level would be acceptable for you with that job, that situation? There is no this much money and that's what you should ask for, period, because it just varies. I can't give you a solid answer, and that's why I haven't answered that email. That and this time, I've got a ton of stuff going on. I'm gonna try to answer it this weekend, but I doubt it because I'm taking some days off and I gotta edit 3 videos, sponsored content, and I just don't know if I'm gonna get it done. So as always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.